Our next presentation is on lean software engineering for delivery excellence using Scrum plus Kanban. Post-lunch, we'll have the session from Santhosh, who will be talking on thinking like a hacker and planning attacks.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, thank you very much, Naveen. Thank you very much, Unicom, for giving me an opportunity to talk in this particular conference. I'm Dr. Shankar Ramamurthy. I'm the director for TIS, Technology Integration Services, AMDOCS, and 25 odd years of experience in the IT industry. Work for a lot of companies in Pune, Bangalore, Delhi. And my topic is going to be going back to what we are listening since morning today. I'm sure all of us are coming and talking about a model. All of us are coming and talking about a framework. And all of us are coming and talking about a method to do a job. So the essence of this whole discussion is, as I look back in the last 25 odd years, how things have got shaped in the testing industry, in the QA industry, in the industry of doing quality control. I could see some of the speakers who came before me talked about Agile. Some of the speakers have talked about TDD, test-driven development, test-first development, and I also, as a part of my PhD from IIT Delhi, my PhD is in software quality from IIT Delhi. So when I was doing this research in quality for the last 5 to 6 years as a part of defending my thesis, I found that the worst thing which we have done is we have not given justice to the word quality till date. I'll tell you why. Quality has been made a science, which is good, but when you ask a set of people to do a job, and if they have a passion and a creation to do a job, they do it creatively, and they don't go with the science, they go with the art in mind. And when I was doing the same research in quality, I found that the last thing, the worst thing and the last thing which we have done to quality is we have tried to map quality, what happens in the manufacturing world, to the IT industry or the software world. Defect is understandable in the world of hardware. Defect is still not understandable in the world of software. I can see something tangible in hardware. I still cannot see many intangibles in software, though I try to comprehend and document. So it's an art struggling to become a science. And the more science you do out of this word quality, you are not doing justice. You put a framework, you wrap it with a framework, you wrap it with a model, you say, I'm going to talk about yet on the framework for you, by the way, but then before I do talk about this, I'm going to say that quality should not be defined. Can we define quality? Anybody in the room? Can I get the best definition of quality? Anyone? I can, yes, please. Behave as per the requirements of the customer. Good. No complaints? No complaints. Okay. Meeting the requirements consistently and effectively. What type of requirements? Yes. A customer requirement can have two sets of needs, a stated need and an implied need. We are doing well on the stated needs. We log it in the form of a use case, in the form of a story, in the form of a card, in form of a task card. In Kanban, we do everything very well because we have been told what to do in the stated need. But how many of you have done an implied need? When I talk about an implied need, I'm talking about an intuitive understanding of the user need. कस्टमर के अंदर झांक के देखिए, दिल को पूछिए. You go and get into the nuts and the bolts, the glot. You go into the heart of the customer. You go only into the head of the customer and the hands of the customer. I talk about the 3H, head, heart, and hand. I want all of you to go into the heart of the customer, understand the implied needs of the customer. Tell me in this room how many of you are trying to do that beyond the stated needs. Anyone? You can be interactive, you can share your views. I don't have much slides. Yes? So you mean to say customers in product-based companies don't have heart? Yeah, you can use the mic.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is, like, we think from the customer perspective and what he's expecting out of yours.
Very good. That means you do that typical why, how matrix, or you do the house of quality. You try to get the features and then say how you do the features. That means people from the how many people are from the service companies? Raise your hand. You mean to say they don't do that?
I'm not sure.
How many of you? Yes? From the service company, anyone can talk about how you do a requirement gathering or a need elicitation exercise? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. So, to cut the long story short, quality should not be defined. It's like beauty. Can beauty be defined? Yes? Yes, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Absolutely right. So quality also lies in the eyes of the beholder. Quality is a perception. Quality is a way you look at things. It's like one man's meat is other man's poison. Quality is all about the way you thought, yes, this is quality. This is the guy I would like to hire. This is the person whom I would like to work with. This is the customer who will give me the return business. The spark. Quality is a spark. It's an enlightenment. It's like, you know, when you go to a Bodh Gaya in Sarnath, Buddha got enlightenment. Quality is enlightenment. I'll tell you. How much time you take, how many of you are hiring? All managers in the room, how much time you take to hire? Anyone? Yes. 1 hour. I don't know, it's my experience. My experience can vary. I don't want to thrust my experience on all. I decide the first 5 minutes when someone walks into my cabin that I'm going to have him or not. The rest 45 minutes or 50 minutes of that 1 hour is only trying to reconcile and convince myself that my decision is right. How much time you take to select your partner? How many of you are married? I'm a very old man. I think I'm an odd man in this room. I'm seeing a lot of young faces. How much time you took? How much time you took to select your, you're married? How much time you took to select your wife? 5 minutes. Interesting, interesting. 5 minutes. Was the decision right? Was the decision right? So far. Oh, interesting. See, this is quality. This is quality. He took 5 minutes. I asked him his decision is right. He has a very grinning smile. He's not very confident. Don't worry, I'll not go and tell your wife. But then he took the right decision because he took the decision in 5 minutes and his life partner was there and he's having a quality of work life or home life. Balanced. Good. So, quality cannot be defined. My thought, debate and challenge me. Quality cannot be wrapped in a framework or a process. You do it, you cut the throat of it. It can't be under a framework. Frameworks are done to convince that it's a Me Too attitude. It started with SDLC, it started with Waterfall, it started with Agile, it started with Scrum, it's starting with different forms. And I have come and I'm standing and talking about another model, which is Scrum Ban, Scrum plus Kanban. And I also talk about models, but my question to all of you is, Are these models helping you to deliver what I'm talking about, a customer delight, a customer surprise, yes or no? Models are a liability or an asset? You all use models, am I right? It's a liability or an asset? How many of you like process? 3. Oh, we have 50 odd people. 3, 4. Okay, rest all don't like process. Why? I'm more interested to know about why the others don't like process. Exactly the same reason which I started the conversation with is that process makes you to document. But is that bad? Is that bad? Tell me. You may be successful today, you may be creative today, but you may not be able to repeat that creativity the next day. You have to document it. So process helps you to repeat success. Agreed? Yes or no? How many of you say yes? Raise your hands. It helps you to repeat success. It is not a cap or a seal on the thought process of creativity. And the most important thing of process is it exactly gives visibility, not only to management, but even to you. If you don't have a process, you can't fall back on certain things. So process is good, but process has to be lean. What is lean? Do you make a lean food at home? Or you make a food to make others lean? Yes. You can just use it.
By lean process?
You make lean food or you make food to make others lean?
I don't know if I make lean food or not, but my food cannot make anyone lean. You can look at me and...
Okay, good. We'll talk to your husband in the evening. Okay, so lean is lean and mean. I don't know if I can use that word. That's a very good combination. Lean and mean. Lean and mean software engineering is coming from lean thinking. How many of you have heard of this term, lean thinking? I think a lot has been talked about it, told about it. I'm not going to spend too much time there. Lean thinking is telling that even if you have to put an engineering concept, try to put it in such a way that you don't need a hammer to kill a fly. How do you kill a fly? How many of you want to kill a fly? Please clap your hands. Let me hear some clap. It was so simple. You have to have a variety of processes, but I can't take the same lean and very simple engineering concepts for making my rocket, for making my missile, for making my rocket science. So there are processes for variety of purpose. If you have simple process, a company wants to do a startup, I would say do Scrum Ban. A company wants to do something quick and fast, I'll say do Scrum, do Agile, do things fast. But a company wants to make a space shuttle or a rocket or a Columbus, Space Challenger, I'll say sorry, think for a while. Go to the MIL standards, go to the different standards, which your CMI is talking about, which your ISOs are talking about. Go to all the MIL standards and have a look. So the message is, the food is in your plate. Who is going to make the cocktail? I've given all the ingredients of food on your plate. You liked one, you didn't like other, but you wanted to try everything. What do? You do a cocktail. So cocktail is the essence of today's topic and discussion, and I will walk you through the topic. And if you have any doubts, please interrupt me right away so that we can have a very healthy discussion. The cocktail approach is very simple, that I have given you a Kanban principle of visualization and cards. I have given you the pull principles in Kanban. I have given you all the agile manifestos and values and cultures of the concepts in Scrum. I've told you what is Scrum. I've told you what is the art and science of Scrum, but then don't stick to Scrum, don't stick to Kanban, don't stick to waterfall. Try to do the way you want. And the way you want is called adaptive software engineering. You're adapting your software engineering concepts to the art and science of doing lean. How many of you agree to this? Okay. So that is going to be the story, and something about me and my company. Amdocs is a leader in customer experience software. We are the leaders in telecom for doing BSS and OSS. Last year we clocked $3.3 billion, a little bit of marketing of my company. And we've got 22,000 odd people serving customers in 80 countries. And we are listed in NASDAQ, okay? And Amdocs leadership, as I stand on behalf of them, has achieved a lot of laurels and rewards and awards in the last many years. These are some of them. I don't want to go into the details, but we are building a base in the telecom space. These are our 3 billion customers, 250 plus customers we have, 3 billion subscribers who are with 250 odd customers, and today we are executing more than 2,500 projects. So that's the company which I'm representing today. We are based in Pune and in Gurgaon. We started operations in India in January 2004, and we have deep telecom expertise, and some of you are aware that we have almost gone through the same framework which I was talking about. We are a CMMI level 3 organization. We're trying to initiate the level 5 journey. Discussions are on. And we are into products, support, system integration, managed service, and business consulting. So that's what we do. We're an ISO 20000 certified company, and this is the infrastructure details. So we recently got the Zinnov Awards. Tomorrow the company is again getting a Zinnov Awards. We are going to Lila tomorrow to get the award. Last year we got for thought leadership, and we are doing good in CSR and excellence in the award function.